I lost over $100,000, but it was the best thing that ever happened to me. And the reason why is because it taught me some lessons. It taught me that I had to go through trial and error to get to where I am right now. So look, when I was starting my business, I didn't know what I was doing. I was trying to figure it out. So I thought that every little shiny thing that came my way, I was gonna spend money on. So I went out there, I did the gym ads where I had my ads show up in the gym and it looked cute, but it didn't bring me anything. So, I spent money on that, spent a couple grand on that. Then what else did I do? I went out, I did, got my name, my business name on a pharmacy bag. That wasn't even, you couldn't even really track it. So, I had all these thousands, 24, 50,000 in different locations that these pharmacy bags were supposed to be going out, and I couldn't monitor it. So one day I went to the one place that was supposed to be handing out these bags, right? Come to find out, the company that had it was another home care agency. When I went there, I asked the lady, I'm like, hey, I'm Jesse from Elite, whatever, and you guys are supposed to be handing out our bag. Man, the lady looked at me that worked there. She was like, no, we haven't been handing out any. So I'm like, well, I paid for this. And they wasn't even handing out my stuff. So I'm saying that to say this. I've spent a lot of money on making the wrong decision, on making the errors, making decisions that I thought was right, but they were really wrong. But what it did for me was it led me to where I am right now. So if I didn't spend that money that I had put out there, then I would never be to the level where I was right now, because I didn't have any guidance. I didn't have anybody to really help me. So the only way that I was going to get to that next level was to just try stuff, because I could have got stuck and said, you know what, I'm not going to spend this money because, I'm going to hold on to it. But if I was holding on to it, then I wouldn't have went through that trial and had that error, learn from it, then had another trial, then had another error, then learn from it. Yes, it was an expensive amount to spend to try to figure it out, but now it was all worth it. So for you, I don't want you to have to go through that. So my whole philosophy now is find somebody that's doing what you want to do. Find somebody. Yes, they're probably going to have a price on it, but it would have been faster for me. I would have saved so much money if I would have had somebody, if I could have invested in somebody that could have got me there fast and showed me exactly where to spend my money. Then I probably wouldn't have spent over 100. I don't even know the number right now, but it was a lot of money that I spent just trying to market, trying to do all these different things that really, at the end of the day, they didn't really work. Was it worth it for me? Yes, it was. But I would never want you to be in that same boat and do what I had to do to get to where I am. So now my suggestion for you is always find a mentor. Always get somebody that's doing what you're trying to do. Don't try to do like me and spend money. Yeah, because I'm happy now because I was able to get that money back and some more and scale to the next level, to the millions of dollars. Then, yes, it was worth it. But around that time, it wasn't worth it for me. I was stressed out. I was trying to figure out why wasn't any of this stuff working. It was because I didn't know. I didn't really have the guidance, and I was just trying to figure stuff out. And that's why I say, yeah, I lost over 100,000 plus, but it was the best decision for me, because now I'm in the position that I'm able to help people. I'm in position that my family is free. I'm in position to travel the world. I'm in position now to do the things that I always wanted to, but I had to go through that little path, little speed bumps, big speed bumps to figure it out. So literally, I was taking the money that I was making and I was putting it back into the business, which you are supposed to do. But what if I would have had an effective way off the break where I could have put that 100,000? I would have been way further than I was, because I would have known exactly where to put that money, where to invest that money, where to roll that money back into, but I didn't. So I had to try a lot of different things. Had to try this, had to try that, had to try this. Didn't work. Got a little success. This didn't work. But I had to spend a whole lot of money just to get to where I am. But it was worth it. So I feel like, that's why I say I made the best decision. I made the best decision spending that money, but at the time it wasn't. So if you getting into business right now, I don't want this to be you. I don't want you to have to wait and be like, okay, well now I spend all that money and now it makes sense. No, what I want you to do is I want you to find somebody that's already doing that thing that you want to do and invest in them. Invest in getting the results faster. Invest in getting the speed. Invest in that, because now you can ask that person, you can ask that mentor, you can ask that guide and say, okay, well, where should I be spending my money? If I am going to spend $15,000, if I am going to spend $10,000, whatever the amount is, whatever money you're spending, you want it to be effective and efficient for your business. You don't want to just be wasting money or spending $100,000 and still not really getting no return on it. You don't want to do that. But for me, it was a great thing now. But before, it wasn't. It wasn't. I was like, man, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to keep spending this money literally until I figure it out. out. And finally, of course, I cracked the code on where to put your money, where to put my money. You get what I'm saying? But before then, nah, it was a situation that I was trying to figure out. So yes, I spent over $100,000. But do I want that to be you? No, I don't. So don't do that. So this video is just about letting you inside of why I spent that money and why I feel like it was a good decision for me. But now I want to teach and coach you to not be like me. If you are have $100,000, I don't want you to just throw it away. I want you to put it into an avenue that's really gonna give your ROI back, where it makes sense for you to even spend this money. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you just throwing money everywhere, just, like you, well, let me not say that. But yeah, you get the picture. So find a guy, get to the bag faster. Don't waste your money, your hard-earned money that you're making in your company or just getting started, or your work money that you're rolling over into your company. Get going the right way. Get going. Just that's the main thing. Get going. So look, that's all this video was about today. For you to get going. Don't spend $100,000 the wrong way. Spend it the right way so you can catapult that to the next level, and you'll be happy, you'll be consistent, and you'll be in the money. Holla back, man. Y'all already know what it is. Just to exist isn't living. Because if you just existing, you're not living. Yeah.